Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany Michelle. I am the creator of Moonlit Muva 13 and I am so excited and blessed to have you here. Thank you for taking time to support my dreams, to watch my videos, read my blogs. Thank you. Whether you're an old friend or a new friend, welcome and thank you so much for being here. Now, I am showing up. We are talking about this full moon happening in the sign of Leo, February 1st. Now, it is January 31st right now. This is my 11th time. 11th time is the charm. Recording this video, we are going to go right through it and we are going to get this done. I pinky promise. Pinky promise. Fingers crossed and pinky promise. Now, let's get into this full moon. Grab a drink, get a seat. See you back here in about 5 seconds. So we have this full moon happening in 13 degrees in the sign of Leo, February 1st, 2026, okay? Not only is this full moon saying, like, look at me, very much giving Leo energy, it is also saying, I'm done with the other way of life. I'm done with the way of life that made me small. I'm done with the way of life that had me just agreeing with everything and being a yes man. I am shedding that and I am stepping into the spotlight as myself, not seeking validation from anyone else but me, because I am me, I love me, and I care about me, okay? This is very much giving that full moon Leo energy, but we are in Aquarius season, and Aquarius is very much what about us? What are we doing? What's the collective doing? What's the vibe? What's the move for all of us? And the moon is saying, yeah, y'all good. I got to put me first. I'm putting me first, very much, okay? If I knew how to do the whole fancy audio thing, I would like put that in right now, but we're not there yet. Baby steps, baby. Baby steps, all right? Now, let's get into a little bit of the astrology for this Leo full moon, okay? Now, this full moon is happening opposite of a stellium, happening in the sign of Aquarius, which is very much giving that collective energy. What are we doing? What is our next move? What is a stellium? It's basically a party with all the planets in one place. And that one place right now is Aquarius, while the moon is just partying by itself, well, somewhat in the sign of Leo, okay? Now, this is very much saying, once again, we are shedding the performative masks. We are shedding the need to get the okay from others, okay? We are stepping out into our own way, very, very main character. I'm reconnecting with self. I'm reconnecting with the hobbies that bring me joy. I'm stepping away from the things that drain me. I'm stepping away from the energies that drained me. I am living in my truth and I am walking my path with the boundaries that I put up based off of what I need and what keeps me happy, okay? Now, we also during this time have Mars and Venus, the Mars and Venus opposition, okay? Which is also piggybacking on that energy. Now, Mars being the planet of action, Venus being the planet of love, both being in Aquarius, right across from the moon. Let's talk about that, okay? This is going to create a spark, okay? And it's going to actually create multiple sparks, okay? Not only is it going to give you that spark of, wanting to socialize, wanting to be around people, wanting to really, connect with the loved ones and family and friends and spouses and significant others. It is also going to ignite the spark to take the veil off of our eyes and to see people for what they are, who they are, and what it actually is. We're no longer seeing people for what we're hoping for, or what they should be, or what they could be. And we are putting the action behind it of addressing it as such, or reacting as such. What do I mean by that? You are seeing people for who they are. So if you see somebody who, been a friend for a long time, and ultimately their energy is draining you every time, you're no longer going to accept that. You are going to make your decision based off of what feels good to you. And you might come to the conclusion, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. This is draining. At least for right now, I'm not doing this anymore. Why? Because what about me? 2, these are the boundaries that I need to keep my home peaceful and at ease. And ultimately, I have to walk a path where my mind is clear so I can understand what I'm energetically, spiritually, and physically meant to do. My next move, okay? The other spark that is going to ignite is you're going to maybe try new things. Maybe, try some things that you shelved for a while, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna circle that back around. I'm gonna circle back and do that. Okay. So this is a very exciting, I wouldn't say it's volatile, but it's very sticking to your truth energy with this Mars and Venus opposition, as well as this full moon happening in the sign of Leo, where we're choosing ourselves. Okay. Now let's talk about Uranus going direct. Now it went direct in the sign of Taurus. It looks like January 3rd. All right. Now it is now going forward, and this is a time that you will have a very much aha moments, light bulb moments. Now, Uranus is a planet of surprise. Okay. So when it's in our Taurus, when it's in Taurus, and it's finally going direct, this can be aha moments, not only within our self-worth, which is also piggybacking on everything else. We'll also have those aha moments when it comes to our finances and the things that bring us money, monetary things. Now, if you have been getting readings from me for the last year and a half, I have been talking about this Uranus placement, as well as being very mindful in 2025 and 2026 about where you put your money, how you spend your money, and where you invest it. Okay. Now, I'm not saying go ahead and spend it and everything is in the clear and all that. I am not saying that. I am saying you will have a lot of aha moments when it comes to your finances, with figuring things out, finding ways to build your money, build your monetary value, and do different investments. Okay. Different investments will be available if you are a person who are an investors. And I know a lot of some of my people very much are. Now, with that being said, with this Leo full moon, with this Mars and Venus interaction, on top of the Uranus going direct, okay, this is very much shedding the old and getting in and getting comfortable with the new. Not only are we ending a cycle with 2025, and as we're going into 2026, shedding that stuff, okay, and going into a year one, not only shedding the skin of the snake, and then as we're going into the year of the fire horse in the next couple of weeks, we are also starting off this full moon in Leo with so much energy, just of really sticking to ourselves and walking our paths and sticking to those boundaries that not only keep us in a headspace that bring us peace, but bring us self-validation. And that is going to be the energy a lot for 2026. Now, I'm not going into a deep dive with the energy of 2026, but I am just using this as an example that 2026 overall is not about forcing anything, not about being anybody else other than yourself. It is about being you, sticking to your truth, sticking to your path, and creating the boundaries that you need to keep yourself, your cups full, yourself happy, your heart full, and you showing the self-worth that you deserve. I hope all this is making sense, okay? Sorry. Now, I will say, with this Leo energy coming through, and we're sticking to ourselves and sticking to our, our boundaries and walking our paths, be very, very cautious of your understanding of your ego, okay? Be very intentional about the words and the conversations you have, not only with yourself, but with others, okay? We are releasing full moons. In my practice, I release during full moons. So release the need for approval, okay? Release the need for understanding. It's not everybody's goal to understand you. They can only understand what they have been through. As long as you are making sense to yourself and you have faith in yourself, you keep moving forward, okay? Now, we are going to shuffle. I have my Afro Avatar tarot deck that I'm using today. We have the Six of Cups so far. We have the Eight of Wands, and what do we have? The Six of Pentacles as our shadow. So let's talk about it. Now, with this full moon being in Leo, Leo is in charge of our inner child, is in charge of our inner child, our younger self, pleasure, as well as identity, individual identity. So with the Six of Cups showing up, you know, it's very much looking towards the past, looking in the background. What could we've changed? What memories do we have? What things are we moving away from? How was it in the good old days type of energy? That's what the Six of Cups shows. The Eight of Wands represents communication, a very much misread of understanding, okay? It seems like, I'm going to pause because somebody is coming in my garage and I don't want that to interrupt us because it will. Sorry about that. The way that my office is, I am right behind my garage and right next to my laundry room. So I literally hear all the distractions. It literally drives me crazy. So anyways, with the Eight of Wands in reverse, as well as the Six of Cups, as well as the Six of Pentacles being the shadow card here, it seems like Spirit is saying, you know, be very mindful of, you know, be very mindful of reconnecting the dots of the past, okay? It seems like you may be overly romanticizing a past version of yourself, a past relationship, an old creative peak that you may have had. And Spirit is saying, you know, reflection is healthy, reflection is good. But when we spend too much time looking back at the past while life is going forward in front ahead of us, we tend to miss opportunities, miss downloads, misread things, miss opportunities, miss things, okay? When we're too busy looking and dwelling on the past, okay? We cannot reach the Leo spotlight of tomorrow if we are still trying to recreate a feeling, person, or thing that we've grown from the past, okay? This is our time to move forward. This is our time to shed the old. Now, we're not shedding anything in a way that we are forgetting. We are shedding those things because that's no longer us. We have outgrown. A snake sheds because it has outgrown its skin. We are shedding our skin because we have outgrown that space, and we are moving into something good, moving into something different, moving into something more enlightened. Those lessons that we've had from the past have brought us here in our present, okay? We are meant to be present, not having anxiety for the future, looking forward to the future, and remembering the past, because we remember those past instances because they help us create the boundaries that we need as we move forward. So Spirit is saying, you know, do not use the memories, the how do you pronounce it, nostalgia, as an anchor. Use it as a memory, okay? Use it as something to, you know, keep you going, oh, that was great. You know, that was a good experience. I'm so grateful that I was able to, you know, live through that. I'm so grateful I was able to experience that. But we have to keep it moving. We have to keep it pushing, okay? We're not here for validation of anybody but ourselves. So where we look to the past, we look and we create those boundaries, and then we move forward. We move forward with pride, we move forward with power, we move forward with excitement, and we move forward with full faith in ourselves and the divine. Now, as chaotic as this video is, I'm going to attempt to, edit it. So that's going to be a whole thing. So hopefully you get this by February 1st. But thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, I appreciate you so much. Drop a hint or drop a comment below to let me know what your plans are for this full moon in the sign of Leo. Love and hugs, and stay warm to you and yours. I did create a little mantra, a little affirmation for the end of the video, and it is, I honor the beauty of where I've been, but I refuse to let my history hold my future hostage. I am worthy of a spotlight exactly as I am today. No performance required. I wish you heat, warmth, blessings, and have a beautiful, beautiful week ahead and a beautiful, beautiful full moon in the sign of Leo. Until next time, bye.